I can't truly believe with my heart and soul that Jesus died for my sin. My worldly brain thinks in scientific perspective and stops my brain to think beyond the worldly desires I want to truly believe. Very good. I can see that that's a struggle. It's because, as you had mentioned, when logic begins, faith ends. But you think that faith is the absence of questioning God. No, it's trusting in a person even when you have those questions. And it's trusting that your brain, which is finite, how's this for science, can never contain or understand something that's infinite. God created logic. He created physics. He created neurons and dendrites and, actions and all that other stuff. Sure, the Bible isn't, anti-thinking, but faith is going beyond the thinking, because there's things that you cannot understand, even if he explains it. For example, if you try to explain quantum physics to a 5-year-old, it doesn't matter how hard they try, they cannot understand it. Faith is not just blind belief, it's trusting when your sight and your logic ends. You have to put that trust in faith. Okay, God, I don't understand this, but you know what? I trust you. That's what it is. So scientific things will explain behavior and mechanisms and things like that, but it cannot explain meaning. Faith is going to explain meaning to you. And we naturally want measurable proof. We want predictable outcomes and things that we can actually observe. Obviously. Why? Because we want control. Things that are measurable means we can measure it and control it. The whole point of spiritual life, brothers and sisters, is to let go. Spiritual life is not what you can gain, it's what you can let go. That's the tension. Are you willing to let go? Well, if you're in control, you won't ever let go, at least fully. So you can have your thoughts. Like, science is good because it explains how things behave. It explains the brain's process. It explains bodily function. You need it. But science cannot answer meaning. Why is there something instead of nothing? Why does morality exist? You can't, that's not scientifically, how can you do that? Why does things like beauty move us? You cannot explain these types of things. It doesn't explain purpose. So that's where you have to have faith. So yes, God used science and he uses everything. They're all tools for him. When science becomes your creator, you start to miss the creator, and that's an issue. Your brain is a tool. It cannot be the king, because there is one king. Your brain was never meant to lead. It was never meant to be the king. It was never meant for the throne. That throne is for God. So what does belief look like then? God, if this is true, even if I don't think so, I still trust you. In Mark 9:24, he talks about this. I believe, help my unbelief, exactly what you're doing, which is beautiful. So I would say the fact that you're trying to believe is already God working. There's a tension and resistance here, and that's a good thing. You're asking these beautiful questions. You're trying to believe. That's beautiful. That's what it kind of comes down to.